You wake up and something feels off. You're not tired or sick. You just feel flat. You've got things to do, people to show up for, but that spark's gone. You used to feel driven. Now it's just routines and responsibilities. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just disconnected from what made it all feel worth it. Today, I'll help you find that again, step by step. When most people lose discipline, they think they have lost willpower. But willpower isn't really the problem. Purpose is. See, you don't lose discipline because you got lazy. You lose it because you stopped believing in what you are doing. When you start losing purpose, it just means that you lost your why. Let's look at it this way. Think of your why as the fuel. Think of your purpose as the engine of a car. Think of clarity as a map. Fuel is what gives you the energy to drive. Without it, you just can't move. The engine is the part that translates that energy into motion. Similarly, you can have all the fuel in the world, but without an engine, you just have potential energy sitting in a tank. Lastly, even with power and a functioning car, you can still head straight into a ditch if you don't know where you're going. That's why you need a map. See, if you're missing any of these, everything just seems to get harder. Every New Year's resolution fails, every reset you attempt just doesn't work. And every time you try to push harder, it gets heavier. That's how you lose your edge. Next, I'm going to show you how to rebuild. There are 5 distinct steps you need to take, each with a clear intent and outcome. Let's take a look. Get brutally honest about what's on your plate. Write down everything you say you should be doing, and then cross out anything that doesn't align with who you are right now. People change, priorities change, and responsibilities change. We are only human. And trust me when I say this, we are allowed to change. That's the beauty of life. So don't be too hard on yourself and just be honest. Throw out any concept that you had on consistency, and most of all, forget about perfection. We are here to do. And this framework will separate those who are willing to take action from those who just want to continue consuming content. This requires your commitment and accountability. I have used this particular framework with the majority of my clients for goal setting and habit development, and it should work for you too. The roadmap framework has 4 13-week cycles in a year, amounting to 52 weeks in total. Within it, you have 12 weeks of work and 1 week of reset. The reset allows you to get out of the routine, to decompress and to take a step back and do whatever you want before jumping back into the next cycle. During these 12 weeks or 84 days, you're going to do that one small action daily. I would suggest you start with one action rather than a couple, but if you think you can manage a few more, go for it. Over time, as you repeat this action, you get better at being true to yourself. Each action done over time builds willpower and momentum that will pay dividends in the long run. Prove to yourself that you can keep a promise, even a small one. Track this time in a digital format would be much easier. If you prefer the analog method, that's fine too. Personally, I create a daily event on my calendar, set a time for it that fits into my schedule, and repeat it. This ensures that I stick to it. I'm the sort of person that schedules everything in my calendar and looks at it every single day. I love this method as I have a constant reminder. When I get a notification on my phone and my wearable buzzes on my wrist, I get it done. When I look at the agenda for the week, I know that I have a clear action to take within this particular time period. Be truthful, be honest, and put in the work. Motivation is unreliable. When it's high, you're ready to take on the world. But when it inevitably dips, every task becomes dreadful. That's why I stopped depending on it. Instead, I build systems, which almost always ensures that I get what I want out of it. The environment we're in is much more important than you think. It shapes your behavior more than willpower ever could. Every space in your house should serve a purpose. When you start blurring those lines, your brain gets confused. The bedroom should be a sacred space. It should be used for rest, recovery, and intimacy. It should not be used as an office nor an entertainment hub. Stick a TV in here and suddenly your mind starts to associate the space with noise, stimulation, and Netflix marathons instead of it being a space of calm. The dining room, it should be for meals and connection. When you sit down to eat, you are meant to connect, either with yourself or with the people in your life. That human connection and peace you get go a long way in fueling your mental clarity as well as improving your mental health. The hall should be for entertainment. Install a sick sound system, a massive TV, and have a console. Do whatever you want to that space to help you decompress. The study, whether it's a small desk or a whole office, when you step into that zone, it should be clear to your mind that you are here to get shit done. Distractions are not welcomed. These environmental boundaries are systems in themselves because they prime your mind, your body for the right state at the right times. Now, let's take a step back. A system at its core is a structure that guarantees an output as long as you provide it with an input. There are no emotions involved, it just works because it's designed to. Take these examples of how I implement them in my life. System for focus, do not disturb mode is turned on my phone, and focus mode on my desktop. At times, I drown out ambient noise with a pair of headphones, and at times, it's quiet enough for deep work. I adhere to the work block, clear start and stop times, and give it my all. System for health, clothes laid out the night before, gym gear ready, a serving of pre-workout ready in my shaker bottle. I have the same workout slot every morning with the clear body group I'm training and the type of cardio I'm doing. System for growth, 30 minutes of reading before bed, one reflection journal entry every Sunday. You don't have to motivate yourself to do these things when they are wired into your environment and scheduled. Things just happen. Once your systems are in place, you need a way to check that they are still serving you and not the other way around. That's where the morning reset ritual comes in. At the start of each week, take 10 minutes to do a morning reset. Personally, I do mine on Sunday. This isn't about fixing things, it's about taking a pause to see where you are at right now. And then looking forward to the upcoming week. Here's how it works. Step 1. Choose 3 to 5 non-negotiables for the upcoming week. Simple grounding habits like 3 deep breaths before checking your phone, a 10-minute walk with no headphones, 1 slow meal, no screens, saying no to something that drains you. Pick what fits your life right now and not what looks good online. Step 2. Set your intention. Ask yourself, how do I feel right now? What do I need this week? How do I want to move through the next few days? Write it down, because putting it on paper turns it from a thought into a purpose. Step 3. Anchor it. Attach it to an existing rhythm. Your morning coffee, lunch break, or winding down at night. This ritual isn't about putting on a performance. It's just you being honest with yourself and being present. Over time, you'll notice that your itch starts coming back. Systems start working as intended and things start getting better. The last step in the framework is the most crucial. Discipline without alignment just becomes punishment. Take stock and make sure that every action, every system, every promise fits you. Because discipline built on someone else's definition of success will never ever stick. You need to define your own vision of success, really figure out what that looks like for you. Once you have that, all the steps you have taken start falling into place like how a puzzle is being completed. There you are, a robust 5-step framework. Now that I've covered the framework, I want to touch on the final piece, which is the mental shift that's needed to get things done. Here's the thing about discipline. A lot of people think it's a form of punishment. They think being disciplined means you've got your life together, that you're perfect, structured, and untouchable. Well, it's not. It's not about forcing yourself to grind harder or outwork everyone. It's not about living like a machine. Discipline isn't really about control. It's about how you prove to yourself that you still can follow through on your actions. You don't rebuild discipline by doing more. You rebuild it by getting real, by showing up honestly even when no one's watching. Some days they'll look like crushing a to-do list. Other days it's just keeping one simple promise to yourself. Both of these count. And when you do that consistently, something shifts. You stop chasing motivation and you start building momentum. You stop trying to prove something and you start living like someone who means it. That's when you start to notice that you are getting your itch back. If this hit home, it means you're ready. Not to get back to who you were, but to become who you were meant to be. You're not supposed to rewind. You're supposed to evolve into something stronger, someone who keeps promises to themselves, someone who follows through. If this helped, hit subscribe. I share a lot more tools to help you reconnect and rebuild yourself. Peace.